AIM-listed specialist medtech company, Angle PLC, has just announced a major collaboration with a pharmaceutical group, and the aim is to develop a more effective way of analysing cancer cells for diagnostic and research purposes. Well, to find out more, we're joined by Andrew Newland, who is the CEO of Angle. So explain to us as simply as possible what exactly it is that you've got and what the company is bringing to the table and what you're hoping to combine together to achieve.
Thank you, Nigel. Well, the purpose of this collaboration is to use the techniques that Angle has developed with its Parsortix system, which can very effectively harvest cancer cells from patient blood, to combine that with the analytical capabilities of the diagnostic arm of this pharmaceutical company in order to analyze the cancer cells and gain very important medical information to the benefit of the cancer patient.
So how difficult is it at the moment to do that?
Well, there's two elements. The first element in terms of analyzing cells has been established for some time and is used fairly routinely in terms of solid biopsies in cancer patient treatment. However, the other element, which is the one that Angle brings to the table, is very much more difficult and is only just emerging into the marketplace. And that is because the cancer cells that can be harvested from the blood by Angle's Parsortix system exist in very, very small numbers, possibly only one cancer cell in 1,000 million blood cells, so quite difficult to get hold of. But we have successfully achieved that, and now we want to work with the analytical systems companies to actually analyze those cells and gain medical information which would improve the treatment of the cancer patient.
Yeah. Now, of course, this is not we're not talking about a drug here. We're talking about diagnostic tools. It's mainly used for research and diagnosis. So what's the kind of timescale you see for this finally coming to a stage where it's going to be used by universities and doctors and hospitals?
Yes, I mean, the fundamental issue that we're seeking to address here is embedded in the term personalized cancer care. And this takes the point that each individual's cancer is different. There might be 3 patients who all have colorectal cancer, but the term colorectal is a definition of where in the body the cancer is. In fact, each patient will have a different cancer, and their cancer will develop and mutate over time. So the greater the level of information that the doctors can ascertain about the individual patient's cancer at a given time means that they can target therapies and drugs much more effectively. So what we're looking for here is a routine blood test for the patient, providing a liquid biopsy. So a non-invasive way of obtaining the patient's cancer cells routinely and regularly throughout their treatment in order to give them drugs which can help them and be more effective than trying to treat them without having that information.
And presumably this means it's cheaper and it's also much quicker, so you can actually identify the areas that need treatment earlier. I mean, what impact could this have on the prognosis for people suffering from these cancers?
Well, the hope is, of course, that we can improve the survival rate for cancer patients over time. But your previous question was asking about the timeframes, and the key thing here is that we've had a number of big cancer centres who have worked with our system and have demonstrated they can harvest the cancer cells from patient blood, and they are in a form that can be analysed. The next major step is working with these cancer centres. We call them the key opinion leaders, and we're working with 8 major cancer centres, both in the UK, Europe and the United States, working with these key opinion leaders for them to generate data which shows the benefit to patients. And we anticipate that some of their early pilot studies may be completed within the next 6 months, and then after that there would need to be larger patient studies. So we're hoping that within the time frame of 18 months this may come and start being used in the initial applications and then gradually be expanded into more applications. But to do that, we want to partner with the big analytical platform companies, the diagnostic systems that are already in hospitals, and work with them to deploy this.
So this is going to be the first of many similar collaborations, producing a whole suite of different tools.
Yes, indeed. Our go-to-market, our commercialization strategy in Angle is that we provide a tool in Parsortix to harvest these cancer cells from patient blood in a directly parallel and analogous way to the existing solid biopsy. So those cells, we hope, will be used for a wide range of different analysis. And our go-to-market approach is to partner with the people who already do cell analysis, the big companies that have got installed platforms in hospitals all over the world, and partner with them so that we're just providing them with a different source of patient tissue for analysis.
Now, you mentioned that you're with the leading cancer centres, and you've actually got 4 new ones signed up in recent months, which is pretty impressive. But I know you can't tell us who this company is, but just give us some idea about their significance within the overall scheme of things.
It's a very large pharmaceutical company with multi-billion-dollar revenues, global market presence. And they have a very strong diagnostic division with whom we're working. In terms of the manipulation of the cells, once we've harvested them, they're one of the leading. They have one of the leading systems for what's called single cell analysis. So we consider them to be a very good partner, and we hope that they're going to be the first of several partners with different characteristics. We're looking for some partners who can give us a particular technical edge to achieve various medical things that can't be currently done, and we're looking for some other partners who are already established with very wide distribution of their systems in existing hospitals to help us generate sales in the future as rapidly as possible. So I would like to sort of steal the term from Intel, the idea of Intel inside. We would like to see Parsortix inside many different medical analytical platforms in the future.
Yeah, and of course that will come nearer to reality when you get final approval from the FDA in the States.
Yes, indeed. We already have the CE mark authorization for clinical use in Europe. The gold standard worldwide, however, is the FDA in the United States. We made a submission to the FDA in the end of March last year, so we're about 9 months into the process. When we're making good progress, we've got a positive dialogue, and they've expressed enthusiasm for our system. And our target is to become the first company in the world to have an FDA authorized system for harvesting cancer cells from analysis from patient blood. And obviously that raises a number of issues that we're in dialogue with the FDA with. We're very much hoping that we'll get some strong positive progress in that regard later this year.
All right. Andrew Newland, the CEO of Angle PLC, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.